Iran carried out retaliatory strikes against Israel tonight. According to the Revolutionary Guard, dozens of sites were hit, including bases and military complexes. Thick smoke rose above Tel Aviv's towers after an air assault on the city, while blasts echoed in Jerusalem. The offensive follows Israeli raids last night on Iranian military and nuclear facilities. Israel insisted those actions were crucial to stop Iran from acquiring a nuclear bomb. Iran's top cleric, Ayat Hami, vowed his country would hit back hard. Just hours ago, scenes from Tel Aviv showed massive fireballs in the skies. Though, it's unclear if they were direct strikes or Israel's Iron Dome intercepting them. Israeli officials also confirmed a hit on a nuclear site in Isfahan, in addition to previous attacks on Natanz and Kermanshah. Our coverage begins with Lucy Williamson, reporting from Tel Aviv. Residents sheltered in bunkers, while defenses tried to counter missiles that landed within minutes of being launched. Buildings shook from impacts. For the third time in hours, rockets rained down on Tel Aviv, exactly the counter-strike Israel expected. Anti-missile systems activated over Jerusalem as well, with media reporting hits near sensitive locations. A direct strike left civilians trapped inside a building. Overnight, Israel targeted Iran's Natanz enrichment facility, a priority for its prime ministers over decades. Officials called it a final chance to halt Iran's nuclear drive. Across the country, missile batteries, scientists, and top military figures were struck in coordinated raids. Some 200 fighter jets were supported by covert teams inside Iran. Images released by Israeli intelligence showed commandos firing at a launcher in today's assault. Leaders declared Iran's nuclear clock had expired. Operation Rising Lion was announced, an open campaign to eliminate threats to Israel's survival, lasting as long as necessary. Tehran has long called openly for Israel's destruction. In Iran, demonstrations erupted, calling for revenge. The supreme leader accused Israel of a fatal misstep, warning the results would bring ruin. Yeah, they started this war. They will not escape punishment for their crime, he declared. Authorities also reported unconfirmed radiation signs in Natanz. A UN call urged maximum restraint, warning that strikes on nuclear plants could endanger Iran, the region, and beyond. An ex-Israeli Air Force commander admitted the limits of force, calling the assault one of the most dangerous operations in the nation's history. We achieved a huge success, but what's next, he asked, questioning if the region would now be safe for half a century. Meanwhile, strikes continued tonight, with explosions filmed in West Thrawn and reports of more at Esfahan and Foro. Israel accused Iran of secretly developing a bomb, too great a risk to ignore. Analysts warn Tehran may now conclude only a nuclear weapon can guarantee its safety. In Tel Aviv, sirens have quieted, but drones still hover and a danger lingers. The prime minister addressed Iranians directly, saying the fight was with their rulers, not the people, urging them to rise against what he called an evil regime. Observers argue Netanyahu aims not only to dismantle Iran's nuclear plan, but also its leadership. Lucy Williamson reporting. In Jerusalem, Ione Wells describes drones overhead and loud blasts, uncertain if strikes or interceptions. Israel claims most of Iran's rockets and drones were intercepted or fell short. Emergency alerts urged people to shelters just as retaliatory attacks were confirmed. For now, the alarms are off, but after the last 24 hours, that could change fast. This conflict is the fiercest yet between the two nations. Frank Gardner notes it's broader and riskier than before, the largest strike since the Iran-Iraq War. Natanz, 200 miles south of Tehran, has reportedly been destroyed according to the UN's nuclear agency. Israel also hit Isfahan and Kermanshah. Top commanders, Hussein Salam, Mohammed Berry, Amir Hajisad, and several scientists were eliminated. The Iranian public is split. Regime loyalists demand revenge, while others quietly welcome the blow to repressive leaders. Back in 2015, Iran enriched uranium to 3.6% for energy. Now it's at 60% near weapons grade. Trump withdrew from the nuclear deal and has since ordered U.S. naval forces to the region, fearing Iran might retaliate against American sites. Experts warn Israel's raids could speed Iran with pursuit of a bomb as its only insurance. Tactically, Israel scored a success, penetrating deep and killing senior figures, but strategically, a nuclear arms race may be triggered. Meanwhile, diplomacy was set to resume this weekend. Trump urged Iran to negotiate, warning of harsher Israeli strikes otherwise. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer and Trump stressed dialogue to calm the crisis. Tom Bateman reports, US forces confirmed helping Israel intercept Iranian missiles. Though Washington initially distanced itself, Trump soon declared Tehran's hardliners defeated, warning of worse to come. The UN Security Council held emergency talks. US officials warned Iran of severe consequences for targeting Americans or allies. Netanyahu has long lobbied Trump for a green light. After Israeli strikes crippled defenses last year, he argued the time was ripe. Trump hesitated, preferring talks, but pressure mounted with tense calls. He admitted fearing massive conflict, yet prepared military parades at home, hoping pressure forces Iran into a deal. Critics accuse him of gambling recklessly, risking dragging America into war. In Washington, Gary O'Donoghue explained U.S. involvement has grown, from dismissing Israel's move as unilateral to praising excellent actions with American support. But risks are real. While backing for Israel is strong, so is opposition to new Middle East wars, with 40,000 U.S. troops at risk. Trump, under pressure to show results on Ukraine, Gaza hostages, and Iran, finds delivery harder than expected. Lissette warns the path ahead is perilous. Netanyahu says he won't waste this chance, vowing to crush Iran's weapons capability. The danger of escalation looms, with both sides' hardliners pressing for confrontation. Day one has already seen casualties among civilians and soldiers. Fears of contamination rise as Netanyahu calls on Iranians to revolt. Some want regime change, others resist. That division itself could ignite more unrest. Adapted transcript.